Hello, good crafternoon, everyone. I'm TrishaLyn, and today we are making dirt cups. From MGA's Miniverse, this is Halloween Series 2, and hopefully we don't get too dirty making dirt cups. We shall see. So, this is the second. Last week we did the bug juice, which was this one. And the week before, or 2 weeks before, we did the Beetlejuice sandworm. And today, this is the one we're doing. Dirt cups. So, dirt cups, in my world, also known in a larger context as graveyard pudding. So let me grab my little knife has been having issues. Okay, here's the perforation. So I've mentioned this before, but I will tell it again for anyone new. Growing up in like middle school, high school, I had a friend who always had a Halloween party, and her mom always made graveyard pudding. And so graveyard pudding is, and these are cup versions of graveyard pudding. So graveyard pudding is really easy to make. It is just chocolate pudding, cookie crumbs. I mean, traditionally Oreo, but really any chocolate cookie you prefer, and gummy worms. And once again, why there are layers of wrap on these when they say what they are on the package. See, dirt cups. I don't know, but whatever. Holy crap. One actually pulled all the way through with one pull. It's my lucky day. As you saw, they tend to unwrap like an orange. Okay. So, let's see what we've got in here. We've got two little coasters. Very cute. We've got the booklets. This one's table is purple and black. It's a darker purple than it looks on camera. That's the one thing about this camera. I wish the color fidelity was a little better, but that could also just be my lights. They're white lights though, so let me see if I can it doesn't really change how they look enough. Okay, so there we have the tabletop. We've got the two spiderweb glasses. Sip of Spooky. Limited edition. Spiderweb glasses. Sunny Day Party Co. That's kind of like the in-universe brand, is that all this stuff is like Sunny Day brand. This is hard as crap to open. I had to rip the box. I'm annoyed. All right. So then we have the cups with their little spiderweb bases. And I actually have a cup. I might have more than one, but I know I have one that's like out of all my Halloween stuff in the kitchen that is like these glasses that I should have grabbed for this. But of course, I didn't. Okay. And we've got the table base. Let's just go ahead and snap that on, put that aside. And let's continue open. So this chill out one is usually the resin. Aha. So this is creamy milk chocolate. And I'm going to immediately put that kind of between my like thigh and my recliner here so that it gets warmed up and we don't have to bust out the heat gun. Have a spooky day. This is various things. So we have the, come on. You were doing so well. There we go. Sun-baked sweets. So these are the little tombstone cookies. And this is chocolate pound cake, which is the dirt. So as I was saying a second ago, what my friend's mom, what she would always do is chocolate pudding, trick or treat, chocolate pudding, Oreo crumbs. We've got our sour gummy worms, though they would be regular gummy worms because none of us were too into sour gummy worms, and Milano cookies. And then she would take icing and write on the Milano cookies. So I never thought about doing it with pound cake. I guess if you got a chocolate cake of some kind, you could probably do it with chocolate cake. Just didn't think of it. Okay, so this is our little utensils. We've got the little cloche guy, the ghost. God, why was I not coming up with that word? And the tweezers that we rarely use. Okay. So all that, let's just set that aside. And get into it. So, checking out our little instructions here. We have, oh, wait, where are my little shovel? Wait, are they in here? Aha. Woo. There's little shovel spoons. Okay. Can't forget the shovel spoons. So this is showing the like cake resin. There we go. Cake resin, and then more cake, and then gummy worms. Yeah. Okay. So let's. Such a cute. There's a little smiley face on the bottom there. It's got a little peel off lid. Oh. Okay. So this is super DIY here. Okay. Trying to figure out, is this going to break up or... Okay. So it's sort of, it's like the, it's like kinetic sand. So that's about the consistency that we're looking at here. All right. So get these little guys. I'm going to bring you down. Whoops. Got squirrely on me. All right. Oops. Okay. So All right, hopefully that works. So, what we're going to do, I'm just trying to make sure I'm centered in here. Okay. So, I think the best way to go about this is to either use one of these little scoops, or I might want to grab a different tool that might scoop this a bit easier than these little plastic. So, digging into my bag, I did find, I was talking about it before, my Let's Resin light. I did find it. It had found its way down. Oh, that would work great. Okay. Not what I was grabbing for, but should definitely work well. Okay, let's grab that too. So I was saying last week that I could not find this Let's Resin lamp, and I had to use my big nail lamp. So okay, those are super cute. One says RIP and one says bye. Adorbs. Okay. So let's use this. I just picked this little thing up at Dollar Tree, I think, in like a set of tools. It's got a little tiny spoon on the end, but it's nice and like a long handle. So it feels a little more stable than those little shovel ones it comes with. So let's just kind of get, yeah, it's definitely that like kinetic sand that like sticks together, which is easier to work with for sure, because that sand from the sandworm, whoo, that sandworm sand was all over the place. I feel like there's still sandworm sand in areas of my workstation here. That's not gonna work. Let me use this one to kind of push it down into the cup. Okay. Trying to figure out like just how much of this needs to go down into the cup, you know? Let me. Okay, so this is showing like 3 layers of the dirt. So, yeah, this one is working better to kind of push it down. I think this is definitely all the first layer I want to put in here. Because I want some of the spider web to definitely like show through. I don't want the cake to hide all the spider web at the bottom. So I think that's where I'm going to go. Where did my actual tweezers go? Gonna stick those in. All right. Let's get some nice little music bed here. Okay. Okay. Oof. Oh, I gotta take the... So since before they put these out, they changed the formulation and a little update on my bug juice from last week. So it seemed that using my nail lamp, it cured just fine. So after I was done, I put it, back in its display ball and stuck it in my bag of finished ones, because I still have not put together the display case, or I haven't decided where I want to put the display case is really the problem. So haven't decided where I want to put the display case, so I haven't, displayed them yet. Let's see how this goes in terms of just glooping some of it in. It definitely looks not as chocolatey and more like caramelly. So I put it in. Oh no. Dang it. That was too much. Too much. Let's see if I can redistribute some of that into here. But put it in the ball, put it in the bag of balls, right? And then I was cleaning some stuff up, and I had to pull it out of the bag, and the inside of the ball had like droplets of something, and so I opened it up and it was all sticky. So I don't know, I think some of the resin didn't cure all the way in the little cups. So weird. And I had to cure it again. So it was very strange. Okay. So I think those are where I want the layer to really be. And I don't know if I want to... I'm going to push that one down a little bit. I don't know if I want to cure this or put more on top. I think I'm going to cure it. Yeah, I think I'm going to cure it and then put more on top. I'm not really worried about it, like the layers separating necessarily, because this is so porous. So let me set that aside out of the way of my light here. And we're going to give these a cure. Hopefully this light is working, because like I said, in the first round of these, they had a different formulation of resin, and then they recalled them, and then these have the new formulation, and the new formulation, people have said, is a little tricky. So it just takes longer, and you have to have like a very specific wavelength of UV light to cure it. And all right, it's not like it's leaving marks, so you can see the marks, so it's not like... I was trying to see if I could like break through to it, but I can't. So I guess that is where we're at here. Hello, Kestrel. It's been a while. Thanks for coming by. Yes, I was able to fix it, but it was touch and go for a second. Oh no. So I have a feeling you probably heard that. And it's because I live minutes away from the Oakland airport. And it's Fleet Week. So the Blue Angels are doing a lot of maneuvers over my freaking house. Yeah, that was the Blue Angels flying over my house. So I did not realize I was going to have to contend with that. We will have to deal with a special appearance on my audio from the Blue Angels. Yeah, no kind of consideration for what people might be doing on their Sunday. So rude. I don't know why they're all the way over here and not like flying dead center over San Francisco. You know, whatever. Okay. Let me try the little... I know I just said, oh, we never use these little tweezers. And usually, pixel hair, we certainly don't. But it might give us a more interesting look to pinch off the cake with these bigger to scale tongs, you know. Whoa, get in there. It's funny, whenever the Blue Angels fly over, after I can hear off in the distance a car alarm going off. It never fails. Usually it's not like right over. I think I don't hear car alarms in my neighborhood that often, so I think most people have them at a reasonable sensitivity. But yeah, I definitely hear them going off in other neighborhoods for sure. Okay. Just kind of pack that in a little bit. These are actually working a bit better than the fancy pants tools. Oh, there's a big bubble in there. Dang it. That's annoying. I wonder if I can. I can. I was able to push my little thing down into the bubble, see? So I wonder if I can shove some of the cake down into that. Not so much. Alright, now it's just sticking to the little thing. Alright. Yeah, this has a huge layer. This one's pretty decent in terms of the width of the layer, but I still want to put more in and get it to be a chunkier, definitely a chunkier layer in this one to like match the big pudding layer. But I want a chunkier layer in this one too. I know it says that you want to put the gummy worms just on top. Oh. But like, I feel like one kind of coming up from the depths would be cool. So let me okay. All right, so here are the gummy worms. Yeah, I feel like one just kind of would be cute. Let me go for a different color in this one. Okay. Oh, you know what? Maybe. There, if I shove the worm near that hole, then it sort of looks like the worm's coming out of the hole, so it's not quite as weird. All right. Okay, get a little bit more cake layer on this guy. And this one I just don't like how it's coming out because like a lot of the resin got up on the sides and it's opaque enough that like you can see, you can't really see a lot of the cake through it, which is a bummer. I'm sorry. I just realized all you can see is my fat hand. Okay. I think that one is a good depth for that cake layer. This one's a good depth for that cake layer. So we are ready now for more resin. I think I do want to bust out the heat gun for this because I need it to flow just a little better. And it's so that it doesn't clump out like it did before. Angel, this is just for crafting. So this is the MGA Miniverse Make It Mini Food. This is Halloween Series 2. Resin is the key word here, huh? Yes, resin. So this is the creamy milk chocolate resin. So going to hit the mute for a second so that I can hit this with the heat gun. To work a little bit, but not like great. So we're just gonna do what we're gonna do. Yeah, Angel, I was saying at the beginning of the stream that every year when I was in middle school and high school, I had a friend who did Halloween parties, and her mom always made graveyard pudding, which was essentially this, but in a big like sheet Pyrex sheet and not little individual cups. But yeah, love me a graveyard pudding, as she would call it. So in my moving this around, it's getting like more particles in it. So thank you. Yeah, let me I'm gonna hit it again with the heat gun, and also I think I might hear the Blue Angels again. So all right. That's a little better. It's still very like clumpy. So I'm going to put the cap on it and just rest it upside down over here. where is... Just gonna grab my paper towel and some 91% alcohol. Wipe off the end of my little silicone spatula here. And use the... I was using the spoon part. I'm gonna use the spatula part to kind of renegotiate and redistribute this a little bit. Okay. Happy with that one, kind of. Except there's bubbles that I need to, so I need to hit it with either the heat gun or a flame real quick to kind of pop those bubbles. I need more of this resin down like around the gummy worm. Get in there. All right. That seems to be... I want that layer a little thicker in this one. The layer of pudding or resin in reality. So I just want another, like another dollop in that one. Okay. I'm just gonna move the cake out of the way. Get these... What did I drop? Oh, my TV remote. Get these kind of up here and hit them again with the heat gun. Alright. It didn't do much, but I think it did just enough. And popped the bubbles. So I think the layers there are okay. I'm happy with the layers here. I can't go too much above it because we're going to have the cookies and more dirt and everything else. So there we go. Let's hit these with the light. And I just realized, and that's why I stopped, this one is like shrinking again, but I want to get the little... Yeah. Okay. Because this one, I'm cool for it to like have some stuff and sit next to it, but I wanted to get it down into at least one of them. So Like, this is working to, like, kind of flash cure, but I'm not, like, super convinced that it's gone all the way through. So I will still, like, hit them with the larger nail gun. All right. So we're down to the finishing. And I just want to get just a little bit on there to, like, yeah, I'll set that there. Just a little bit to give this, like, something to stick to. Alright, I definitely need to, like, hold this up while I pack in dirt around it. I'm like, this one was up just fine, but the more I, like, you know, end up flinging it around and okay. Oof. Let me... The focus on my camera has just gone whack. There we go. All right. Let me kind of break. I'm just kind of breaking this up more, like pre-breaking it. Let's get some of these gummy worms in here. The gummy worms definitely have like a top and a bottom. Like you can tell there's like a little, you know, it's flatter and shinier on the bottom and doesn't have the like little sugar. These are going to end up like the sandworm, where they're a little more like a little less. It's the word I'm looking for. They're a little less self-contained is I think where I'm going with that. This one is definitely more like groomed, whereas this one is more dug up. But I don't hate that about it. But it will be I guess harder for me to keep in this state. Oh, I don't have one of these guys on here yet. Where is the little... I want to see the picture again, because I know, like, if you compare it too much, all right, like, mine's not... They only have, like, a few gummy worms on the top of theirs, too. So, I'm not super, like, irritated. All right, let's just, like, do that. Put a little more of this looser dirt on the bicup. And then I would say another green gummy worm, like on the rip cup. All right. And then I think what I want to do with this little guy is I just want a very small dollop of the resin, just enough to hold a bit of dirt. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and put the cap back on this resin. See, I kind of hate that this peeled off because now, like, there's so much left. And I can't. It's okay. I can grab a little. I got this. All right. Since I have extra gummy worms as well, I can just stick them all in a little baggie. Nah. All right. Thought about it. Didn't like it as much. Okay. So that will go in my extras bag. And now I'm going to pull out the large lamp so we can give it more of a holistic cure. Just do this. Okay. So you can kind of see the timer going there. Ooh, I gotta clean that off. Okay, so while that's going, I'm gonna talk about some of the things I started making the other night for Extra Life. So November 2nd on Runkle of the Baileys channel, Ian Runkle, is where we're gonna do Extra Life. The Extra Life is going to be a 24-hour live stream. I'm going to be on it as much as I can, but probably not all 24. Not on screen, but like in chat. Helping Against the Tide moderate and things like that. Helping keep Ian awake in the middle of the night. And he's going to auction things off. And the Extra Life charity that it generally goes to children's hospitals. He raises money specifically for Children's Hospital in Canada. I believe it is in Alberta somewhere. I don't know if it's in Edmonton or if it's in the surrounding area, but it's generally Alberta, Canada. It's in that province, I'm pretty sure. So this is what I started to make. Started to make these little controllers, Game Boy controller, little Game Boy, the EL for Extra Life. And I'm not sure what the best purpose of these is. If like a keychain would be good, or like a zipper pull. I can put the little zipper pull thing on it that's just another like this much. But yeah, and I have the mold over here. As you can see, the mold needs to be blown out a little bit, but the mold also has like more Xbox style and PlayStation style controllers. And I don't remember. I think this is more Xbox. This is more PlayStation. And this is like an older Xbox. I'm not sure. Or it's like more Sega. Maybe that's more Sega. This is more Nintendo. Anyway, so I can make more of these and make them just little zipper pulls. I don't think they're going to go for much, but you know, I don't know. What do you guys think? Let me know. Because I'm going to make more later on. And maybe I can make something else. I did also make this die for the first time, but it's not really good for using in gameplay because there is the ducky inside is not quite like you can see the little rubber ducky inside. He's not quite centered. I did the best I could. And there's also a weird defect on the 13 side, which I could like just sand down, but yeah, it got something going on in that side. And I haven't put I haven't done the filling in the numbers, although I don't really think I would need to because they are kind of like a different texture. They're kind of frosty, so you can see them. But yeah, I could do more dice or more little controllers. Maybe I'll embed some gummy worms in the controllers. I don't know. All right. That was a good 99 seconds. That seems to be done. But I'm going to continue to do these to really hit it from all sides with the make sure they're definitely cured. So see, that's what I mean. Like they're not as self-contained. They're not the dirt isn't like resin impregnated, so the dirt's not going to cure. Only the resin layers will cure. So we have another situation like the sandworm, where I can't just throw it in a ball and call it a day. I'm gonna have to maybe even put it in with the sandworm. Let me see if I have room. So the sandworm, I have just kind of in a bag and then lowered into this so that it stays mostly upright. It got a little jostled, so some of the sand is outside of the bag, but it's generally staying contained until I put it into the display case. I bet you these they wouldn't fit in this one specifically, like in with this one, but I have other ones I could put them in. We shall see. Okay. Let me grab my there it is. So give me just a second and I will change the camera up so that I can show them to you, not from the top down. So while I'm doing this, follow me and you'll see a world of pure imagination. Or something like that. All right. see if I can get them in a way where you can see them and like not me. All right. There we go. Focus. Focus. Of course, it's focused like on my hand. Get it? Focus. Okay. There we go, kind of. Alrighty. I think that's as in focus as they're going to get. So here's the dirt cups in all their glory. Thank you so much, Kestrel. Now I want to eat them. Well, with just a package of gummy worms, some Oreo cookies or chocolate cake cupcakes, and some pudding cups, you too can make. Oh, and some Milano cookies. You too can make your own little dirt cup pudding. So, thank you guys for hanging out and joining me while we make these. And next week, we will be making the spooky cake, which is this one. This is the spooky cake, which is not... Oh, there we go. You can see the spooky cake in the background. All right. Ooh, need to do this in a chocolate mold cauldron. That would be cool. I encourage you to do that and share the results on Twitter so I can see it, Kestrel. All right. So spooky cake next week. And until then, please remember to like this video, share it if you thought it was very cute, subscribe, and do all the YouTube-y stuff. And I will see you guys next time.